So you're thinking about moving to Alaska? Well, today we're going to go over the industries that have projected job growth in the upcoming years. We're going to go over construction, transportation, healthcare, oil and gas, and mining. My name is Christina, and if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button or tap the bell to receive notifications on any new market updates. And also stick tuned to the end, and I will tell you what you need to know in order to get that permanent fund dividend check for being an Alaskan resident. And with that, let's get in. So the first industry we're going to be covering is construction. And according to the Alaska Economic Trends magazine, we added about 1,500 jobs in the construction area in 2024. And it looks like we're going to be adding more as different oil and gas and healthcare projects come online in the next few years. So this is definitely an area of opportunity. According to the ERI Economic Research Institute, they're saying that an average construction worker salary is about $64,000. And as always, that's going to depend on your skill level and the actual particular job that you're going to be doing in the field. Next on our list is the healthcare system. Now, Alaska added about 1,200 jobs in this industry area, and it's going to only grow because Alaska has an aging population. Now, according to ZipRecruiter, a community healthcare worker will make about $48,000. But if you go up to a registered nurse, Incredible Health is saying they make about $97,000. As always, take a look at your particular skill set and do your own research on how much your skills are worth up here in Alaska. Now we'll be looking at the transportation industry. Last year in 2024, they added about 1,000 new jobs in this sector, which makes sense with all the projects coming online needing to get supplies from one place to another. And according to Glassdoor, a transportation driver can make around $82,000 a year in annual salary. So if either you want to be behind the wheel or in a support for a logistics chain, this could be the place for you. Now, one of the bigger industries in Alaska is the oil and gas industry. In 2024, they added 600 new jobs. And with the 3 or 4 new projects potentially coming online in the next decade, there's definitely room to grow. And according to ZipRecruiter, an oil field worker can make anywhere from $42,000 to $64,000 a year. And in some positions, you could have a 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off kind of a schedule. So you can find something that'll fit. The last industry we're going to be looking at for this video is the mining industry. Now, the stats put mining and logging together as far as jobs go, and they added about 1,000 jobs back in 2024. Now, looking at Glassdoor, they're saying about a mine worker will make about $95,000 a year. But something to consider is a lot of the job locations for mining are going to be away from the populous city center areas. So that is definitely something to consider when looking at these jobs. So here's what most people want to know. How do I get my check part of the permanent fund dividend? Well, there are a few caveats that you have to complete first. For example, you have to be an Alaskan resident for the entire calendar year of the previous year. So for example, if you're going to apply, you have to apply each year. For 2025, you needed to have been a resident of Alaska since January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. You also need to not claim any residency in any other state. There are some caveats if you have issues with felony convictions. If you are out of the state of Alaska for more than 180 days, it has to be under allowable circumstances. For example, some military service has that exemption on it. And then in the last 2 years, you have to have been in Alaska at least 72 hours within that period. And that has to go in hand with those allowable absences. But if you live in Alaska, you're full-time, and this is where you intend to stay, then each year you can apply and receive a little bit of that oil money. In recap, we went over the industries in Alaska that are poised to grow in the years to come, to include construction, transportation, healthcare, oil and gas, and mining. And now you know what you need to do to qualify for that permanent fund dividend check that comes towards the end of the year. Also, whether you're moving in either 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, or set up a Zoom meeting. I'd love to talk with you about the particulars of your move and what we can do to take care of your real estate dreams. And until then, see you around.